What's up, you guys? What is up, you guys? So it is currently 5:15 in the morning. I've been up for about 15 minutes. I, of course, got my cup of coffee, and it is time to get to work. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a day in the lifestyle vlog, and we're going to be walking you through really what a typical day for HP and I look like, and how we manage our fleet, how we manage the other aspects of our business on top of our fleet, how we do everything we do in a day. And for me, my day starts at 5 a.m. So I wake up at 5 a.m. more often than not, 7 days a week. There is occasionally those days where I sleep in, but for the most part, 7 days a week, I am up by 5 a.m. and I'm in my office, which is right here, by 5:15 a.m. So these first few hours in the day, 5:15 to 7:15 a.m., I spend my time doing two things. Number one is I write my to-do list for myself as well as for HP for the day. This is a to-do list showing what needs to get done for the day, what we need to accomplish. And the second thing that I do at this time is I edit YouTube videos. So I always edit content in the morning. It's nice to get it out of the way. It's nice and quiet. I can do it peacefully without interruption. So that is typically what I will dedicate my mornings to. HP will not be up for a couple more hours. He typically wakes up around 7 a.m. And so that means I have 2 hours to work without any sort of interruption whatsoever. So I think it's time to get started. So it's been about 2.5 hours. It's currently 7:30. HP has woken up and has joined me. So I got my video edited. HP was working on his video behind me, but now it's time for me to go running and for HP to take the dogs on a walk. So that's what we're gonna do now. You wanna go on a walk? You wanna go on a walk?
Right. Back. Good run.
See ya. So now that HP is left, I gotta go to my dad's house because I actually run with my dad 5 days a week. And so I'm heading over to his house now, and he is who I will run with. So on today's running schedule, it is programmed into my phone. I have a run coach who tells me what to do. So today's run is 5.5 miles with 2 by 5 minutes of high effort running, followed by a warm up and a cool down. And so that is the plan now. So I got to drive to my dad's. We're gonna do the run together, and then I will drive back home and we will officially start the day.
So currently walking the dogs right now. We can see there goes Aubrey. We got the pups. Always try to walk them whenever Aubrey is going to go run, because Nico always wants to go with her, and it's a little too hot some days, but right now it is perfectly cool. So we get some walking in, that way they're not restless all day long. So we just got back on a run. This is exactly why we do it, to make sure that she is well exercised and happy, and looks like the boy is too. Now I'm gonna go back to editing my YouTube videos, making sure that's all published for the rest of the day. That way I can get started on some more video content whenever Aubrey gets back.
All right, 5 miles down, 1 to go, running with my dad. Let's finish. We got the morning done run, we got a video edited, we are off to a productive and successful day. So I'm heading home now. The way that I typically structure my mornings is I will spend the morning doing stuff at my desk, and then I'll spend the afternoon doing stuff like recording YouTube content, doing things like that. Today's gonna be a bit different because I have a big meeting this morning, and I also have to record my video that's going out today on my main channel. So I'm gonna have to structure my day a bit different today than I normally do. But now it's time to head home. It's time to clean off, as I am drenched in sweat. It is so hot here in Texas, and it's time to get this day going.
All right, so my day is kind of taking a bit of a swing from the normal. We got a call from one of our renters for Getaround, actually, and she said that the battery had died on her. She couldn't get the vehicle to start. Now when we looked up in the app, it showed that the battery was in critical condition, which means that she may have left a light on, she may have left the door open, interior light on overnight, and it's drained the battery. So not gonna point fingers because the vehicle does have a newer battery, but I've got my jumper cables and my battery box, and we're gonna go jump off that vehicle, and I'm gonna try to test it to see if the battery does need to be changed or if the battery's had a massive failure. So we're on the way to McKinney. The car shows in there, I guess? I don't know. And we're off. So, ended up charging it up and jumping it off with that jump box. Whenever I started the car, it was a weak start. Battery was definitely pretty dead. Turns out it was one of the interior lights was actually on whenever I started the car. So I guess that means that she ended up leaving that on overnight and it just drained the battery. So good to hear on that one. Now we're back to Plano so I can continue with the rest of my task list that I've got going on.
So HP has finally made it back from the Scion. So the issue was that the guest had left on a light, and as a result, the battery died. Now, traditionally with Turo, we will not go meet the guest in person if there's an issue like this. If the guest leaves a light on and it results in a dead battery, typically we're like, okay, you gotta call Turo roadside, because that's why we pay Turo. But with Get Around, we're still kind of learning the ins and outs of the platform. And because of that, HP had a free moment. He wasn't doing anything at that exact moment, so he was able to go drive and jump the car. But if HP was busy doing something, if this was like a month ago before he had quit his job, we would have just called up Get Around and would have asked them what to do. So now is really about getting the day started and getting all of the stuff that we need to get done in the day completed. So whenever it comes to our business, we have a few different revenue streams. Number one is, of course, YouTube. This channel that you guys are watching now isn't monetized yet, neither is HP's channel, but we're working to get really 3 sources of income coming from YouTube. We have my channel, we have this channel, and then we have HP's channel. So making content for ourselves is something that is a huge priority. Number 2 is, of course, Turo and car sharing. Turo and managing the Turo fleet is HP's biggest task of the day, and that comes along with fixing the cars, it comes along with checking them in, taking the photos. For the most part, like the guest interactions, I handle just because I've been doing it for so long. It's second nature at this point, but Turo is, of course, a huge focus as well. Number 3 is consulting. I work for a consulting firm part-time. I work with them probably 15 to 20 hours a week. And so like today, for example, I'm going to head into a meeting here shortly for that consulting firm. And then we have the van. So the van is another source of income that has produced $0 so far, but the van is another one of HP's priorities as he is kind of taking the lead on the build now that he is working full-time for our company. So we have a lot to get done in the day, and time management is a big thing. And so with that, I think it's time to get to work. 1:15 now. HP has been working diligently on the van. I've been in meetings all morning, and now HP is going to...
I'm building a sandwich.
Building a sandwich. And I'm going to go film a YouTube video. So typically with me and my channel, I like to try to have YouTube content planned out like a couple of days before, but that doesn't always happen because of news that may come out or new information that may come out, which then makes me want to make a video for that day. So I have my laptop here. I'm going to head into the room where I film videos, and I'm going to film today's video. This is where I film all of my YouTube videos. So you can see my setup here. We have the lighting setup, we have the bike, we have some more lights right here. And then I'm in the process of soundproofing this room, but it is a long process. And so we have some soundproofing up on the wall and then some of our filming gear here. One question that I get asked a lot on my main channel is the question of, why do I always wear the same thing? Why do I wear my hair up? Like, why don't I put more into, I guess, my own appearance whenever I film these videos? And really the reason is super simple. Number one is the fact that I'm not really interested in that type of stuff. I wear this outfit, this shirt on a very consistent basis. In fact, I have multiple shirts exactly like this. I buy a lot of my clothes in bulk because I simply don't have an interest in fashion. I like simplicity. I like wearing the same thing over and over again. Another reason is because of the fact that I make videos every single day. On my main channel, I have 7 days a week videos, sometimes more than that. And then on this channel, I have 2 videos per week. That's on top of all of the other stuff that I have going on during the day. And the fact is that if I got ready, put on makeup, straightened my hair every single time I had to film a video, I would never be able to keep up with my filming schedule. Something that a YouTuber told me whenever I was first getting started was the comment of make it as easy as possible to stick to your routine. Make publishing a YouTube video as easy and as streamlined as possible. And as a result, I've created this YouTube studio behind me. That way I can come in here, film a video. It can take me an hour rather than take me like 3 to 4 hours. So that's really the thought process behind it. So let me show you guys what goes into setting up this YouTube studio so that I can film 7 videos per week. So you can see here that this is what it looks like. This is the completed film studio setup. And then this is roughly what it looks like from the camera view. And so this is the exact shot, the exact setup that I use 7 days per week. What's up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel. So HP is still working on the van. I just got done filming a YouTube video, so now I've got to make sure to edit it and publish it because this video is going out in about an hour and 6 minutes. But before I do that, I am absolutely starving, so it is time to eat my first meal of the day, which is lunch, and it's coming late today at 2 o'clock. My sister is visiting from the UK, so she brought us these Toblerones. This is like massive. It's like as big as my forearm. One of my favorite things to eat is non-fat Greek yogurt, just like your normal 0% or 5%, with some of this ranch seasoning on it. This is 0 calories. It tastes so much like ranch. You put it into the Greek yogurt and then you can use it to like dip vegetables and stuff in. It is so good. It's healthy, has a lot of good fats. This is like a staple food item for me. So I got my lunch and now it's time to edit the video, which is supposed to go out in 55 minutes. So for me, I like to keep my editing to 2 points throughout the day. I like to do it in the morning and then while I'm eating lunch. It doesn't always work out that way and sometimes I'm editing throughout the day, but that's how I like to do it because it's easy to like edit a video and eat lunch at the same time. And so that is what I'm gonna do now. This video is pretty easy, pretty straight to the point. It should only take about 30 minutes to edit.
Thing that has been circulating in the news the last couple of days. You see, there are some social media and reality star influencers that have recently been outed as...
Alright, so now that Aubrey is finishing editing her video, I'm actually going to go down to the lot, just got done working on the van, and I'm going to get this brand new Yaris, or new to us, that we just purchased, ready for rent, because there's this big incentive coming to Turo right now, the first, which we're really excited for, which is $2,000 for every car that you add on. Now, if it wasn't already an incentive for us to get to 20 cars, it is definitely an incentive to get to 20 cars now. So just simply buying this car, it's like getting a $2,000 cashback rebate, which makes purchasing a $6,000 vehicle so much better, because now in retrospect the vehicle only ends up being $4,000 because of that $2,000 cashback from Turo. So I'm gonna go get this thing checked in. There's a few things that need to be addressed on the vehicle. Tire pressure light on is number 1. Number 2 is gonna be making sure the bumpers don't fly off. I made it all the way back to Plano from Haltom, but I need to make sure that these bumpers are gonna be shaking, rattling, we're on the risk of just looking bad. So I've got to make sure they're fixed on the car perfectly, and I got to make sure that the vehicle is cleaned inside and out. If you remember from our last video, the car kind of smells a little bit like old puke. So have to make the car smell beautiful, have to make it look presentable, it has to look sanitary, and that's my main goal. And here she is.
So it's currently 4:19 and today has been a pretty eventful day. So I'm currently on my way to go meet HP over at a dealership that we do a lot of work with.
We have a good relationship with a couple of their shop guys, so we pay them directly and they work on our cars. So we have a silver Yaris. It's our 2007, and it's been out of commission for about a week, maybe a week and a half now, because of a bearing issue. And so HP had been waiting on the parts to come in, and then we needed the mechanic to be honest, I don't exactly know what needed to be done, but there was something that needed to be done with this part that HP couldn't do. And so HP is driving our new white Yaris with the Toyota part. He's gonna drop the white Yaris off to get aligned. He's gonna drop the part off that needs a little bit of work done to it, and then I'm going to pick him up. In addition to that, we also have to go pick up the Escape because the renter called me and told me that he lost the key. So we fortunately have a spare. This is another one where sometimes we'll call roadside and have the car towed. Sometimes we'll pick it up ourselves. If we pick it up ourselves, we get reimbursed for that. And so that's why we're gonna go do it tonight, because we have kind of a free night open. And so we're gonna go do that as well. So we have had a pretty jam-packed day so far, but there is more to come.
Forever. Had to talk to my old crew. I'm famous. Sometimes. Mostly. I'm gonna buy that Ranger. Yeah.
How much is it selling?
It's a manual.
So we're on our way to go get the Escape. It is currently 6:30 p.m. Now it's interesting because we don't go get cars that often in situations like this. We normally will just call a tow truck or call Turo roadside. So the fact that we are now doing it twice in one day is quite rare. But we got to go drive to Dallas, and I actually have a client call that I have to take on our way to Dallas. And so yeah, we still got some work to do. It's 6:30 right now, and we got stuff to do. So I told him that I was sending somebody to get it because I did not want to converse with this guy. In and out was my strategy. Oh, and here it is. No, is that us?
Yeah. We don't have to get anything, do we?
Nope.
Just get in and go.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Bye.
Steal our car.
It probably would have been smart to look up to see where this place was before we left, because if I knew how far it was, I don't know if I would have agreed to go pick this car up. But it worked out well because I had to take a client call on my way here, so it was 45 minutes in the car. 95% of that was spent on the phone. And then now we got to head back home. So far a very, very productive day, but the day is still not over. We still got some things to do. And here we have HP in front of me. So now we need to wait for HP. I don't know what is taking him so long, but he should be here any moment. And then the day will officially be over. Today has been a busy day. I have busy days most of the time, and I would say for the most part, I am pretty active from 5 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. and HP is pretty active from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. But today has been abnormally active because for the most part, the majority of the time, my busy is behind a computer screen. It's recording content, it's editing content, and responding to emails. But today has been active. I'm tired. I am tired, that is for sure. So I am ready to do two things. I'm ready to go eat some food, and I'm ready to go take a shower and go to bed. That is all I want to do at this point. But we gotta wait for HP. I don't know where he is. He's taking his sweet time, it seems like. But with that being said, you guys, this is the end of the video. It's 8:00 p.m., which means we pretty much took you along with us the entire day. This is a standard day for us as HP manages the fleet. I manage my YouTube channel. We have our dual YouTube channel and all of the other stuff that we have to do in a day. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, if you have anything to add, we would love to hear it. It's time to go eat some dinner, and then it's time to go home and go to sleep. So with that being said, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. We'll see you guys in the next video.